sawdust. I don't know, I think this blower, half horsepower blower, is just going to blow right through the sides of this. That's what so I imagine just a hole will be right in there and sawdust will be shooting out. That's what I imagine is going to happen. The hose kind of curled up on me, but we're doing sawdust right out there. So this is obviously not the end-all solution to my sawdust problem. I'm going to have to, still going to have to scoop it out of that wagon. But for today, and I'm going to have to run this cord, you know, right along where I walk and throw these boards, and I don't want to do that, obviously. So the end-all solution is going to be that wagon right there. And then that gravity wagon. And then I won't have to scoop as much. I know sawdust is not going to all fall out of that gravity fed wagon, but a lot of it's going to come out. And I'll just have to poke it and let it fall out. We're going to see if it'll blow it into there and see if that'll work. So I think we're on bad idea number 2, if you got all that. And we're going to just see if we can throw this up in there, like so. Maybe like under this nice piece of wire. Oh yeah. And that should, if that doesn't rip a hole in it, I don't know what will. But we're just going for a temporary. We're just going for a temporary solution to see if that blower can blow sawdust into that wagon. And that wagon across my wood pile there, not a good idea. And into that wagon. What do you think? See what happens. Ooh, that's flopping around. Look at that. That's not a good idea. That's bad idea number 16 or so. Shit. Maybe from there you can watch and see how much of that sawdust is going out of the wagon instead of in. We're definitely going to have a cover on the back of that. Look at that sawdust going out of there. Yeah, we're definitely going to have a cover on that. Let's stand right up here where the sawdust will be right in our face. Yeah, that's not good. Alright. So we lost track of how many mistakes we're on, right? We've all lost track of that, right? Mistake number 1, 2, 3. Mistake number 1 is a dryer vent, for sure. I don't like that. So don't get a dryer vent for your sawdust blower. Which you probably already knew, right? Anybody who's researched this to any degree would know not to get a dryer vent. But I haven't researched this to any degree, obviously. And I had a dryer vent laying around. And the other ones, the clear ones, the 10-foot clear ones are like 30 bucks. And I hated to spend 30, 60, 90, 100 bucks not knowing if this would work at all. This is honestly just a spur of the moment thing. I wasn't out looking for a blower. I had no intention of someday, you know, I might have wanted to use a blower, but I had no intention of using a blower anytime soon. Extremely bad idea. Number 18. But it could be fun, right? Could be fun. Let's see what it does with this tarp. Freaking blow this thing up and I don't know what it's gonna do. Doesn't seem like it should do anything too grave, right? Doesn't seem like it should do anything too bad to this tarp. Not like, you know, rip it or, you know, totally demolish the tarp, right? I don't know. Maybe. So this is a well thought out plan of my sawdust shoot, right? Right? Really thought this one over. Got totally prepared. Bad idea number 18. I don't know how many we've had for this. Just one day. 18. Let's get some sawdust flowing in there. Sawdust, here we come. I don't see any flying out really, do you? So I didn't want to go out and spend the money on a dust collector and all that. Anyway, I didn't want a cheap one from the big box stores. But I didn't want to spend money on a real good one either. And then my partner found this one. He was going to just use it in his shop. Well, why don't you just let me use this and try it out? That way I'll know if I want one. Because I really didn't know if I wanted one for the sawmill or not. This is easy enough. Scooping up these boxes and then scooping out these boxes once a day or so. That's easy enough. I can do that. It's not killing me. It's not a pain in the butt or anything. It's pretty easy. See if I can hook it onto the chute. See how far it'll stretch. I'll have to bolt this down somehow, and I'll have to get another. I got another tube here, an intake tube. I got another one so that I can hook them together, but I have to get a piece to hook them together. But we're just going to see what this will do for now. What do you think? Sounds fun. Looks fun. Looks like something we should be doing. So this hose will go on here. No problem, because this is a crimped 4-inch pipe. It'll go right on there, but it won't go around this one. So I'm going to try, and I need this one to connect this hose together. So I'm going to try to crimp that down so I can get this pipe on it. So we just crimp. And the idea is that will make it smaller. That's it, pipe crimper. End of video. End of video. So I was just going to make this a real quick, I just wanted to see if this sawdust dust collector would work. Half horsepower. And it's not blowing into the right wagon. And I've got a lot of other things that aren't right about this. I've got it hooked up to a dryer vent for an exit. And I'm pretty sure that that's not right. Not the right thing to do. I think no matter how close I had this, I still have to have more than 10 foot of hose. I mean, you got a 21 foot sawmill and you only got 10 foot of hose. That'd be stretching it pretty hard. Because I didn't want to have to do this today. And I didn't want to make this a video about sawdust collector. I'm working on red oak board and bat, live edge board and bat. Let's see if it sucks sawdust through 20 foot of hose. Because I don't even know that. Oh yeah. Just like a vacuum. Okay. Bad idea number. What number was that? I mean, that's pretty good. Right? Once I get these out, once I get all these boards out of here, that should swing through here pretty easy, right on the ground, right? It won't get caught on all these boards once I get them out of here. Let's give it a try. Coming out of there pretty good. But I mean, it's trailing right along, even with these things here. So I'm gonna get these things out of here, these two boxes out of here, and never use them again. We'll just drag this hose back and forth. And that should be, I'll just drag it on the ground, I think. Sawdust on the ground. Not gonna be dragging across concrete, right? All right, so let's start a 7/8 inch board and bat video. What do you say? I think this is gonna work. It seems to be Let's see how much is in the wagon before we go, right? Oh, that's gonna be hard to see. Can you see in there? Yeah, there's a little bit in there. See where it's piling up? Looks pretty good, huh? I think my blower is not working. No, it's working. You just plugged up. Output seems fine. Oh, there's a hole. And that's what I figured my dryer vent was going to do right there. Well, that sucks. Yeah, she's getting heavy in here. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. I didn't think it's not moving it good enough. Moving the dry stuff good enough, but it didn't move that wet stuff good enough. Dang it. Yeah, she's got a lot of sawdust in her. That's not good. That's gonna piss me off. Yep, she's got a lot of sawdust in her. She's got a big old pile of sawdust in her. We cannot push it that far. Won't push it 25 feet through a dryer hose. Oh, you're not even watching. Okay, so we had a blowout with the dryer vent right down there. I cut it off, dryer vent. This dryer vent was plugged with sawdust. Had a big old pile of sawdust in there, so we cannot push it wet sawdust 25 feet. The little dogs. And finish this log out real quick and hopefully see if my sawdust collector works. It will not push it 25 feet through the dryer hose. Go figure, huh? It'll push this pretty fast. It's drier sawdust, but I'm not gonna have dry sawdust coming off those boards. I'm gonna have wet sawdust, and it seemed to handle it now that I've got a shorter cord and I'm not pushing it 25 feet through that cord. It seems to handle it now. I'm only pushing it, I cut off about half of that cord, and it seems to handle it. So I'm hoping that that'll be the end of the sawdust drama. And we can just, but it doesn't look like it will be because there's still a lot of smoke coming out the top of that with this dry sawdust. So I got a lot more to learn about. I can't have that blowing back at me if the wind's blowing this way.